I'm sorry.
Alright.
This number is not valid.
I'm trying to
Please enter your password, then press
sort
pound.
these messages. Oh, brothers. Freaking sociopathic brothers trying to send. Or has sent.
Your mailbox is full. Please delete new or stored messages which you no longer need so that new messages may be received. You have 20 saved voice messages. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To change your personal options, press 4. To disconnect, press star.
What did it say?
To listen to your messages, press 1.
Oh.
To send a message,
There we go.
first saved voice message. This is Lenore. Just got arrested, and the Beamer's totaled. It looks like it's totaled, and I need to somehow get that van back. Let's figure something out. I'll give me a call. My number, you have my number. Just drop on your caller ID thing. All right. Hope to hear from you soon. I'm gonna try Karen's phone also. Okay. Take care. End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Hey, hi, it's me. Well, I guess you heard I was in jail and all this crap. I don't know where you've been. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings really badly. I don't know, I had the feeling like I can't do the, you were helping with everything, most everything, but I felt I was getting so distracted from research I had to do. Everybody was there and I couldn't get a good night's sleep and I needed to keep researching for Herbie, and I feel that's the most important thing I can do, and yet I'm being torn into little pieces where I can't do it. And, so anyway, so I'm sorry for being so, whatever, just blowing up. We didn't want you guys, well, I guess you guys didn't come back over here. I'm over at, the house now, Oakland. Well, I better get the hell out of, huh? Listen, I hope no one's upset for anything I did at the house. I thought it was the best thing to do. Maybe not the only thing to do, but something I could do fairly rapidly that would be the best thing in terms of conserving everybody's money, even in a small way. And so I hope you're not upset about that. The locks changed. The locks doesn't seem to be working. I want to. Obviously, I guess you took care of. You were here, so you took care of things. I assume you were here. Something has been changed, so I assume you were here. But let me know what's going on. I understand you want to sell the place. You're going to live somewhere where you're scared to walk around in the day, especially at night. No, I don't think so. But I need to know what's going on and get access. My plan was I was going to get your stuff, get it to you, and this lock isn't working. So, okay, so let me know. And sorry for the whatever. Let's catch up. It was just like I felt like if I could get not distracted and stay on the research and learn and learn and learn, I could get an idea of the best things for him to be, in a way that the doctors wouldn't do. Okay, I guess that's it.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Hi, Mr. White. This is Gail from Jennifer Schwartz's office. It is about 4:30 on Friday. I'm just touching base with you. She gave me a message to let you know that she could meet with you on Monday if you wanted to do that. She's got some time in the late morning, and then it gets a little dicey after that, but I think we could squeeze you in at some point during said that she told you her billing rate was $220 an hour. She'd want to have a $500 retainer to do any work. I mean, it's just kind of a standard office policy. So if that's something that would be comfortable for you, she could definitely work with you on your issue. And just give me a call back. It's 415-460-2888. If I don't answer, it means I was able to speak out a little early today, but you can leave a message and I'll get back to you first thing on Monday morning. And I think that's everything. So if you have questions, call, or if you'd like to schedule an appointment, just as well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Yeah, listen, like I say, don't freak out. Here's the problem. For one thing, I want an explanation of what set you off into all this suspicion. I feel maybe you've got bad medication, or, I mean, you just cracked up something. There was no reason for any suspicion. I mean, I took you into the house and protected you, until I felt threatened. I protected you. Helped you with your problem. And this is, I feel like you're irrational, and you need treatment from psychiatry. You need maybe medication or something, and I don't think you're going to get it. You saw something in my notebook that upset you, but you need treatment from psychiatry. And if you're not going to get that, I can't have you near me. And I don't think you'll get it in the short term. That's why I want you out of town. But don't freak out. Nothing will happen if you just get out of town and handle things. I will not rob you. Dad won't let me rob you, in any case, And everything will be fine. I just want you a physical distance, and don't freak out or get despairing or something. Everything is fine. Your life can be like it was before you moved here, except you won't have Mandy to deal with, so it can be good. Everything can be fine, but I just want you a certain distance away until you've gotten mental health treatment. I don't know what you think you saw in my notebook, but none of it was any big evil thing. If you'd asked me about it, I could explain it to you. It's gone into a whole thing that scares me. It's paranoia, and it really scares me. Now, when you had your troubles, I flew out the same day years ago. I've tried to help you since you've been here. I helped you when you had the other troubles. So, try to think. If I was trying to, try to do you some kind of wrong, I wouldn't have done all that stuff. So, try to get, I think you need some mental health treatment. But until you get it, until it takes effect, maybe you take away medications, maybe you've had a bad reaction to medication, of course there's a lot of stress, whatever it is, you need to get treatment. But until you get treatment, you should be a certain distance away. Now, maybe out of the state is extreme, but I would like to know.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, this message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Yeah, hi. Well, I left you an angry message. I don't know if you've got the angry message. I don't know what you're doing. I feel like for the sake of my physical safety, the primary thing I'm concerned with now, and for the sake of protecting myself from frankly, some lies you're going to go try to tell the police, that I have to go to the police. Now, they pretty much know as soon as they look at the circumstances and talk to the neighbors that you tried to kill that guy. However, if you've gone far, I don't want you to push you over the edge. Don't freak out. I don't have any desire at all for you to get in serious trouble. If you've gone far enough away that I'm not in danger, then call Dad. Make sure you call collect, and that the operator, not you, the operator identifies where you're calling from. As long as it's several hundred miles away from me and the general trend continues east, further away from me, everything will be fine. I'm not going to rip you off with the house. I'd have to forge your signature. I'd have to have some notary, or, I'd have to
Ready for
have a false identification and have a notary in on it, or have a notary in on it. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm not going to rip you off. You're going to get 2/3 because 70% is unfair. 65% is a little bit short. Well, it's right when you consider you should have paid me rent, and I probably bought more materials for the shed and whatnot. So blow that off. 1/3, like it was on the date of purchase, because I put in 55 and you put in 110. That's what it came down to, ultimately. So, 1/3, 2/3. But I want you away because you seem too irrational, and I don't want you in jail. I want you away from here because you seem too irrational and you scare me. Now, don't freak out, don't feel rejected, don't feel sad. Just go on a road trip. I know you don't like a road trip that much. Go on a road trip and chill out. There will be no trouble. You'll get your check. Everything will be fine. All right? So don't freak out. I'm only doing what I have to. I don't want to hurt you. And I won't if you don't make me. That's the bottom line. But you have to get away from here. I have to know that you're away from here. So you call Dad and make sure that they know where you're calling from. So Dad can confirm you're far away from here. Right? Now,
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
yeah, hi, it's Steve again. So you have to prove to Dad, if you can't prove to Dad because he's not home, then, I guess call Rick Collect, or you call me, leave a message of somewhere I can call, make sure it's not a phone where I can't call back in, and I'll call you back. It's not because I want to know where you are. I want to know where you aren't, which is you're not here. No one will bother you. Get away from me, and then, you'll get sent your money. You'll have to sign papers. They'll have to be faxed out for you to sign, and faxed or FedEx, that is, one or the other. And then you'll have to send them back. You'll have to sign papers. I'll have to clean the place up, and totally. I can deal with that. They have to get out of this area. If you don't get out of this area, that's when I go to the police. Not to force you out or rip off your money, so I'm safe from you, because you've gone over the edge. You need mental health treatment. If you're not going to do that, you have to get out under threat of prison. These are your choices. So, I'm not trying to be cruel to you. I'm not trying to rip you off. I feel sorry for you in a sense, but I won't take chances either. I won't do it. And I wish I could reach you, but you're not mentally well, so of course you don't listen to me. I don't know what to do, but I will go to the police if I'm in danger. Right now, you haven't said physical threats. You're not in trouble for that, but I feel I am in danger, and I won't have it. So, get out of town, and call Dad when you're out of town. Get as far as you can until you get tired or whatever it takes. Get a long way away, and then prove to us you're a long way away. All right, that's it. Bye.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Dr. Steve, and he's going to get going on the title amendment tomorrow morning, and he has no problem with me butting in, with me being as telephone and I need to worry about where you are. So I think we're okay. I'm going to bed.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, this message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Yeah, listen, I need to get in this place. If we're going to sell it, I need to get in there and clean it up. Unless you're going to come back and clean it up, I need to get in it and clean it up for the buyers. You know, ideally it would be at least empty with everything, all the debris cleaned out of it. I mean, you could agree with that. Or if it's all nice furniture and all nicely cleaned, and so you go in and there's your couch and stuff. I mean, it might be okay like that. I hope so. I'd rather do that than empty everything out, frankly. But in any case, it needs to be done, and you've got a lock on there. So, which is illegal to lock me out anyway. Well, it's not. You're not allowed to do it in civil law. But anyway, please get out whatever you're worried about and change the lock. That's about it. You're messing everybody up now. Okay. Get it out by tomorrow night. Well, if you're out of the area, call Dad, prove you're out of the area, and then, and I'll go ahead and drill out the lock. Okay? All right. There's Rick's stuff too. There's my tool. I don't need them urgently, but we need to clean the place out if we're going to sell it. All right. Bye.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, this message will be saved for 21 days.
Yeah, anyway, I was going to say, hi. Well, I want to see a copy of this document. I tend to doubt it exists. If it exists, then Gigi, flaky little itsy Gigi, has made it up to cover her own ass when she fucked up on the title, so she doesn't look like a screw-up to her boss. But I tend to doubt the document even exists. Anyway, I've written to California Sunset Escrow and asked them for the document. And if you've got a copy, and if you have a lawyer like you claim you have, then, have this lawyer contact me. Because, I'll tell the lawyer exactly what happened and how things are supposed to be, and that'll make it a lot easier instead of trying to go to court and fight me. So have them call me. All right. I don't know what's going on. I tend to think this document doesn't exist. In any case, if it does exist, it's a creation of somebody in Sunset Escrow so that they could cover their own ass for screwing up the way they issued title. But, sure, get in touch.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Yeah, another thing. Leave Dad alone. He's 77 years old. Okay? He's 77. Like more than 20 years longer than his father lived. It's more than the average of his father and his mother's lifespan. No, he's not in horrible health, but he certainly can't be harassed at the age of 77. Leave him the hell out of it. Especially when, I don't really believe this document exists. It's just either I'm so out of it that I'm not aware of what I'm doing, which I really don't think, or else the escrow company made it up, which I know she was a gift, but I don't know, actually making something up to cover your ass seems, well, it's pretty fucking unprofessional. I think you made it up. I think you lied, like you lied about everything else. nor nearly everything else, you know, and, you know, mental illness is not an excuse. You've gone too far. I don't want to be mad at you, but you've gone too far. You leave Dad the hell alone. Leave him the hell alone. If you want to badmouth to Marianne and, you know, Jimmy and Ted, or, you know, everyone else in the world, but our parents who are too old to deal with this shit. Badmouth me to Omar if you want to. Badmouth me to Rick or somebody. But leave the hell up, you know, them alone. They're old, and he's told you repeatedly that his health, you know, is getting to him. Stop it. I mean it. Stop it. You know, it's too much. I protect you. On the contrary, rather than trying to hurt you, I wish myself to protect you. This will end if you keep on studying Dad.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Dad, I can't take it. You've put too much on me. I don't know what is wrong with you. I'm going to go to the police now. I have no choice now. I'm going to try to talk to them about immunity and such. Contact a lawyer. That's what I'm going to do. I just can't take it anymore. You've done too much. You won't stop. And you know, I've tried to stay out of your business under, you know, I think, well, anyway, you just have gone too fucking far. You know, you've just gone too far. You won't stop. You know, I mean, it's just too much. Okay.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Hey, it's Steve again. Listen, I'm not really, I mean, you don't understand. You sent this thing to Eleanor. She got very upset by it. She got very angry. Leave her out of it, by the way. I mean, she didn't tell me to talk to you, but you see, it's provoking people too much. They don't understand so much. Jack, you're guilty of attempted murder. You're guilty of criminal extortion. You're guilty of welfare fraud. I'm guilty of mouthing off to the cops. It's not even a crime. I never committed a felony, but well, that's not, you know, I committed one crime during the divorce 13 years ago. You know, you're just going crazy. Not in fear of your going to the authorities unless you lie to them. What I'm in fear of is that I don't know what you'll do. You have to stop. I mean, you just have to stop. It's too damn much. All right, it's true. I probably shouldn't have written down he's a liar and all that. But you are a liar. I mean, but you know what? Okay, so I talked to Nick. Nick can't take me on as a client. You know, he said I have to find somebody else because he's got a conflict of interest. But if I have to, I'll go get my lawyer and go to the police. If I have to, because to protect myself from you. I mean, no one wants to harm you. Nobody wants to do you any harm. But you won't stop. I mean, and the people around you are not strong enough to try to make you see that what you're doing is destructive. They're not. They should do that, but they don't. No, they're not. You're running the show, you know, but it's not good when you're not thinking straight. I don't know what to do. You scare me. You scare me a lot. If that's any satisfaction, but like a scared person will, you know, get kind of, you know, desperate to help themselves. You know, that's what they'll do. And I don't want to get myself in any of your trouble, you know, indirectly, things you did that I
will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Honey, it's me. Just checking to see how you're doing. Just call me back. Love you.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To send a reply message, press 8. To save it, press 9. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Yeah, hey, listen, I've got my, I'm having real trouble with my email. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but, anyway, and Honor has trouble too. We think it's the internet over here. But, I'm holding off on doing anything with the papers because I've got this thing that says that, you know, this lawyer, Mr. Feinberg, has some concerns about, you know, he has concerns about upping the assessment or something. So anyway, so I'm just holding off now. I guess that's the best I understand what to do. And, this last email you sent me about gotten rid of something illegal. Well, good. But what the hell was it? I'm serious. I mean, because, like, I honestly don't understand now what you're trying to claim. I mean, if somebody left some package at the house, you mean in Stephen's bed? Because I've got an idea of what that was. Is that what you mean? Or somewhere else? Because if it's somewhere else, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, that's it, I guess. I mean, it's not foolish to sell a house just because you know, shot one of the neighbors and, you know, whatever. I mean, that's not my problem. You know, I'm not making it an issue, but I'm not going to just, like, fucking, you know, do everything your way to my financial loss because, you know, you made trouble for yourself. I mean, that's the bottom line. I've done nothing to you. You know, this whole thing with, I tried to do something to title and all this crap. That's just delusional crap, you know. And you, on the other hand, are guilty of criminal extortion, as a witness to it. You're guilty of attempted murder, you know. You know, you had a pile of illegal guns. I mean, you know, none of that's coming into this any dispute over the property. As far as I'm concerned, it deserves to, but I mean, morally, you've lost any right to any consideration. But I'm not going to do anything like that, you know. But I won't agree just to sell it because you bullied me into it or some crap, you know. There's not. I don't think it's financially a good idea, and you know, you created the problem that makes the sale, the immediate sale, so important to you, not to me. That's about it. I don't know what to do with you. You're crazy as hell. You know, you're just fucking crazy, and you ought to know it on some level. But
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
okay, so what the hell? I mean, if you're going to be here, well, you know, you do need to clean up. What the hell's going? You can't just leave my stuff unlocked. I mean, that's what you're doing. You know, I mean, I do want to get it back from you, and I understand. You know, I need to get it back from you, clean this place out. But, you know, you can't just leave my stuff unlocked. That is to say, you don't give it back by unlocking the, hello? Hello? By unlocking the outside stuff and just leaving it unlocked so people can just carry shit away, you know? That's not how you give it back. God knows what you're doing. The whole place is a mess. I don't think you can safely be here to clean it up. I don't want to be here. You know, I come here and I'm rattled by the fact that, you know, somebody could sneak up on me and shoot me. They sort of know this man is, you know, was here before the troubles. You know, I know it's like. So just tell me what's going on. That's I'll just unload. I'll take out this stuff that not yours. They don't matter.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. Message saved. Next message.
Yeah, look, Jack, I got an email from Dad that says, he, urges me to sell the place. Well, you can't involve Dad in any of this dispute. That's my rule. That's my rule for not, I rule certain things out of limits in this dispute. I've made it very clear to you which ones I ruled out of limits, right? Well, they're not out of limits. If you keep pulling in third parties and haranguing, there are no limits, all right? Everything legal, but there are no, I'm not, talking about violence, but I'm going to use every legal tactic I can if you involve Dad and harangue him at the age of 77 and run him right into the ground, literally, with all your crap. Dad's not to be involved in it. He's not to be even told about it. Or everything else is not off limits anymore. You just do anything you have to get your way. You have no conscience. You call me a psychopath, but you have no conscience when it comes to your money. Let's be honest.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Hey, listen, the place is still, I'm sending you some emails about this. The place is still a mess, and you've never actually said, I'm going to have my place out, my stuff out in 30 days. Well, see, to me, you're occupying the place. You should be paying me about $400 a month for the time you occupy it, and, we don't have an agreement on getting the $400 a month or what's going to happen, in the future. So we're really kind of ahead of ourselves here with everything. It's just a mess right now. But anyway, you need to tell me, you need to send me an email that says you're going to, that in short order, pretty much, you're going to move out, get your stuff moved out and everything. Everything's just like left where it was. I mean, I know the gangsters, are somewhat of a threat, but you gotta deal with this mess you made some way. What else? Well, heck, like I say, we should have an agreement of what we're going to do going forward and whatnot. And, I don't know. I guess that's all I can think of. So, send me an email that tells me when you are going to get your stuff out and actually, officially deoccupy the place. Because, not my responsibility to get your stuff out, put it bluntly. Like I say, about $2,000 to cover all the losses from other stuff, but, that's kind of, I don't know, that's what happened. But you should pay me about another $2,000. And, as long as you're agreeing to that, then I'm okay. The title, well, I don't know if I'll get to it today, honestly. It looks like I'm going to have Thursday mostly free. The last half of the day is the doctor thing involved, or related to medical care thing. And that'll give me a chance, hopefully, to go to the notary public. My own bank wouldn't notarize my stuff. Yeah. But, so I'm thinking Thursday will be fine. All right. Then anyway, yeah.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, this message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Okay, so you keep on bothering Dad, and I told you the consequence of bothering Dad. Live with it.
End of message. To erase this To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Okay. That's what you think. You think it's all a dead issue? Fine. We'll find out if it's a dead issue. That's what we'll find out. I'll call the people to decide whether things are dead issues or not, and we'll see if it's a dead issue.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, this message will be saved for 21 days. Next message.
Listen, did you kill this guy? Did you kill this fucker? This gangster? Did you just kill him? Is that what you did? Just tracked him down and blew him away sometime? Well, I don't intend to be killed the same way. I don't intend to sit on my ass and wait for you to come get me. You call me back right away. Damn it. You call me back right away. I mean, like, call me right away.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. This message will be saved for 21 days. End of messages. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message...
Anyway, that's the end of the messages.